Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Tonight we're going to have a look at this awesome compact Obd2 reader from Xtool. This is the D5S. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase this awesome Obd2 reader from Xtool and help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because we do get a commission if you purchase this item. And of course, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Xtool for sending me this Obd2 reader to review. Let's get started. Alright guys, if you don't have one of these beauties in your household, you should seriously think about getting one of these. With today's modern cars, those computers have so much information that you can have access to when you plug this device in. So when that dreaded check engine light comes on, all you gotta do is plug this in, let this read what the digital trouble code is, you do a little bit of research, you can get the repair done yourself, or even if you're gonna hand it off to a shop, at least this is gonna give you an idea as to what's wrong so that shop can't rip you off. Let's have a look around at this. Here's everything you're gonna get in the box: a quick start guide, a charging cable that's a USB to USB-C, and of course your data cable that connects from the Obd2 to your data port into your car. Let's begin with some quick size references just so you get a better idea for the overall size of this Obd2 reader. And here's a quick look at how thick it is. So just a little bit taller than a deck of cards. Let's take some rough measurements here. Right, so from end to end lengthwise, we got just about 7.5 inches long. And let's see how tall it is here. So we got just about 4.5 inches this way. And let's run a ruler across this way to see how thick this thing is. And it's just under an inch, looking like just about 7/8 of an inch thick. All right, let's get this on the scale so you know how much weight you're going to be hanging on to. Coming in at right around 14.1 ounces. And just in case you're wondering what 14.1 ounces might feel like, well, if you got a bottle of water around the house, fill it about 3/4 of the way. That'll get you pretty close. Very clean and simplistic design. Plastic housing, rubber grips on the sides, gorgeous color screen, about 5.5 inches. Got no ports here on the bottom or on the sides. Everything's in the front here. All right, there is where your data cable is going to plug in, on and off switch. Underneath this flap, we have your charging port. That's a USB-C and a slot for a micro SD card. Supports up to 32 gigabytes in case you want to save anything on there. And it has an internal battery of 3,150 milliamps in case you want to take this around and view your data. Here's a look at your opening home screen. You basically have these 6 tiles. We're going to be doing most of our dancing on this guy right here, but I want to point out this guy first right here, updates. You can see I have 93 updates waiting, and a great benefit of this device is you never have to pay for them. Updates, lifetime for free. Some devices charge you an annual fee, sometimes a monthly, and those are really important to have because manufacturers are always sending out updates so you can continuously repair your car. But with this device, updates, lifetime, free. This device is going to enable you to read information from your engine, transmission, airbags, and brake systems. Here on the bottom left, we have the special functions tab, and they give you access to 15 of those with this device. And most of the time, you're going to use this after a major repair. You're going to plug this in so the computer can relearn certain settings. I'm more excited so that I can use this to reset my tire pressure sensor, because when there's a temperature change, you know, your tires go flat and you got to reinflate them at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a year. And it's really nice to have the ability to reset this by just plugging this in. All right, let's put this baby to work. Now, this next portion here is not professional advice, but I at least want to show you guys one of the things I scanned for when I'm trying to buy a used car. We're going to have a look at the oxygen sensor voltages. There's a couple of really good reasons why you want to look at oxygen sensor voltages. Number one, of course, to make sure that they're working. Because if you've ever tried to get a O2 sensor out, especially if you're in a state with a lot of rust, sometimes those sensors are in places that are really hard to get, and sometimes they're just frozen on there. So to avoid that whole hassle, just make sure they're working. Second thing is, it gives you an idea if your engine is running lean or rich. If the voltages stay low, that means it's really lean. If they're super high, that means it's rich. It kind of gives you an idea if there may be some kind of vacuum leak coming from the engine or if your fuel injectors aren't working. So that's another reason why you want to check your O2 sensors. And then finally, the big one, it gives you a really good idea if your catalytic converters are working or not. Really important, especially if your car has 2 catalytic converters. Let's have a look. All right, guys, we are plugged in. Engine is not on, and I just wanted to show you that when you are plugged into your car's OBD2 port, it's charging the reader at the same time. All right, gonna turn the key on to the first click. Click on OBD2, let it run. Here's what the next screen looks like, and before hitting auto scan at the top, just wanted to point out that you can see what your current charge is on your battery, and it's really low, right? 11.8. It should be at 12.5, so that's a good bonus feature to have. Now, another thing you can use that for is when you start your car, if your alternator is working properly, that should jump right around 14.5 volts. So nice little touch up here. And now we're going to touch auto scan. Here's what the next screen looks like. We're going to be doing all of our work right here in live data mode 1. Now, I still haven't turned the engine on, but I just wanted to show you a very important step. We're going to click on here, and what we want to look at is this reading right here, fuel system. Right now, it is OL, open loop. We want it to say CL, closed loop. That means that the computer is in charge of the O2 sensors. That's very important. You just got to let the car run for a while, and it'll turn into closed loop. Let's do that now. All right, engine's been running for a while. We can see here that voltage has gone to 14.7 volts. That's a good sign. We're going to go back into live data and double check that we're in closed loop, and we got CL right there. So that's good. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but if you look right above the closed loop indicator, you can see that my malfunction indicator lamp is on. So my check engine light is on, but we'll bypass that for now and scroll down till we can find our oxygen sensors. So let's see. There is bank 1, sensor 1. I only have 1 bank. This is a 4-cylinder. And right down here is sensor 2. Got both of those selected. So I want to point out here that experienced mechanics will be able to look at these numbers and just tell you exactly what's going on. But I need graphing, so let's have a look at how that works. Now, if we look right here on the left side of the screen, there's this custom button. So I'm just going to click on that. And now once we're on this screen, you can hit combine. And now on a graph, we're going to be able to see both sensor 1 and sensor 2 and how they're behaving. All right, at first glance, you're thinking, all right, we got voltage on both sensor 1 and sensor 2. They're working. And it's true, they both are working, but there is a massive problem with both of them reading like this. And it's probably the reason that I have a check engine light. Let's begin with the red line, sensor 1. This is before the catalytic converter, so there's all kind of exhaust passing through it, and that's why it's important for it to oscillate up and down above 450 millivolts and below. So sensor 1 is doing what it's supposed to do. Beautiful oscillation. Now here's the issue. The yellow line, sensor 2, is after the catalytic converter, and it should be flat if the catalytic converter is filtering out all the exhaust. But as you can see here, it is matching sensor 1, so it's not doing anything. So I probably have a bad catalytic converter, and if you're in a state that has emissions, you got to have it replaced. And remember, if you got 2 of those and 2 of your sensor 2s are acting like that, that's 2 catalytic converters. Once again, guys, this has been the D5S Obd2 reader from Xtool. We're talking about a lifetime of free updates so you can keep repairing your car. It's small, lightweight, easy to store, plug and play. The amount of information that you can get out of your car when using one of these can save you so much time and money. If you're looking for a great, easy to use Obd2 reader, this could be a great option for you. Well, all right, guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase this awesome Obd2 reader from Xtool, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.